That's it.
No, thank you.
Thanks, Asaph.
Well, welcome to Wake Up Missoula. I'm your host, Scott Ram.
And I'm your host, Noelle McFloyd. Good morning, everyone.
I'm a little congested. I just getting over, I guess, a phlegmy cold.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. but hopefully today it's gonna be nice and sunny, so it won't be much of a big deal to deal with the sun and the shining and all the vitamin D.
So great.
So if you take a look at our weekly forecast, you can see that it's going to be 25. It is currently 25 degrees outside. I think it's going to get a little bit warmer. It's going to be as high into 68 degrees, and then tonight as low as the 37 degrees. And then for Tuesday, Wednesday, you can expect rain and snow mixtures happening into the 90 percentile. Wednesday night, it's going to be partly cloudy, but Thursday, you can expect it to be mostly sunny with 62 degrees. So by Friday, you can expect to see 70-degree temperatures.
Wow. So it's going to
degrees.
rain and snow in the middle of the week and then be 70 by the end of the week.
Well, sounds like Montana to me.
Sounds great.
Yep.
Sounds great.
But I do want to show a clip because I did a shoot last weekend and I managed to get a clip, and it is the artist Supaman. It's Supaman.
Yeah.
And he is a Native American, and he plays us a little tune on the flute, and it's really awesome. So
cool.
Here, check it out. And that was Supaman, and he was talking. He was performing at Diversity Day, held at the Senior Center last weekend, and he was on from 8 to 9. But of course, they had all sorts of other events put on by kids, NCBI. It's basically NCBI. It teaches kids to teach other people about the effects of racism and to express diversity and for people to celebrate their differences.
Cool. Aww. That's awesome. That sounds like it was a lot of fun.
And he was voted Artist of the Week from MTV too.
He's voted from
MTV, Music Television.
Cool.
From the internet. It was the internet thing, so it's not really television, so it's internet.
I don't know. Internet has much influence as a television these days.
It does. It's crazy.
People can be famous on the internet.
And speaking of the internet, you can log on to find out more information about...
Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me.
I'm just trying to speed by my segment so I can talk... Because I have a lot of videos I got to show today. But I'm going to do some social networking. You can find out more information about Wake Up Missoula by logging on to wakeupmissoula.wix.com/Wake Up Missoula. You can also go to our Facebook page, our Twitter page. Also, Missoula Community Access Television has our own Twitter page. And I did post a little picture, but you can't really see it because it's so small.
It's
from my cell phone. It's from my cell phone.
It's a definitely little picture.
And you can also like MCAT, Missoula Community Access Television, on Facebook as well to see brand new programming and such. And then you can also go... too much water. Go to MCAT.org and see all sorts of wonderful things on our MCAT site, including our MCAT Film Camp, where if you click on here, you get a form where you can fill out and find out great information about our wonderful summer camps that happen 3 times every summer. But of course, we also do a Boys and Girls Club, and we may or may not do like a flagship club movie making camp, but that's only exclusive to the kids of our flagship. But anyways, let's talk about trends, people.
Yes.
So I have a lot of interesting videos that are trending online, and I thought that one of the more interesting trends that are going on is Hilary Clinton finally announced her bid as presidency. So here's a little video. It started off as like people were just talking about starting careers and starting jobs and working and stuff, and it's like, this seems interesting. And then like she just shows up out of nowhere.
Oh.
It's like, oh, I'm Hillary. And you just have to watch it. It's kind of ridiculous if you really think about it. So here it is.
High hopes for 2015 that's going to happen.
I've started a new career recently. This is a 5th generation company, which means a lot to me. This country was founded on hard work, and it really feels good to be a part of that.
I'm getting ready to do something too. I'm running for president. Americans have fought their way back from tough economic times, but the deck is still stacked in favor of those at the top. Everyday Americans need a champion, and I want to be that champion. So you can do more than just get by. You can get ahead and stay.
Okay, so that kind of, there's a little brief thing about Hillary just announcing her presidency. She announced it, I think it was like 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. via social networking, which is this video.
Oh, okay.
And basically saying, I'm running for president. Yeah, so that was her bid. She's running for president of the Democrat seat, and she has like no major competition. Like her major competition is the margin of error.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, wow.
And here's another heartwarming video about a soldier coming home, surprising his mom and dad. I think this is very heartwarming, but also really funny. The way the dad is affectionate towards the son. It's really funny, but here it is.
We have a special guest delivering tonight's game puck. Please direct your attention to the Coyotes tunnel and welcome home from Afghanistan your son, Sergeant Daniel Ehrman.
And he's just
that's adorable.
He's just a young guy.
Nice.
He's coming back home from Afghanistan.
Just a young guy.
And of course, we showed you something political. Then we showed you something inspirational, and now we're going to show a talking dog. And
we got to round it all up.
we have to round it out. There's always a talking dog. It's good for trends. There's been a lot of great trending stuff over the weekend.
Yeah.
Did the MTV Music Awards happen, or MTV Movie Awards happen over the weekend?
I have no idea.
I think
I
so,
don't even
because
know.
they did talk about and I'm a huge nerd. They showed a clip from Age of Ultron, Marvel's Avengers, and it's like a whole minute and a half of the actual fight between Hulk and the robot Hulkbuster, they call it. Anyways, let's go to this talking dog. I don't want to nerd out on you gay people. So here is the talking dog from Britain's Got Talent.
You don't want to speak anymore?
No.
Okay. And now?
Oh, yes, I want.
You know how to sing?
No.
What?
Yes.
Good. Well, we listen to you.
Meow.
It's bow wow, eh? You understand?
Meow.
Music, please. We're gonna sing something for you, all right? Okay. Don't look at me. Don't look at the audience like that. Feelings. Come on.
Feelings.
Nothing more.
Nothing
More.
more.
Trying to forget. All together, okay?
No.
Please, come on. It's Britain's Got Talent, okay? All together. Feelings.
Ay,
Okay. So if you were really paying
funny.
attention to it, he was definitely throwing his voice.
Yeah, he was.
But the dog.
But the dog opened his mouth just at the perfect time. He must be like pinching him or like poking him or like.
The dog, the bone in front of the dog's face was kind of like, I think, one of the indicators. For
Yeah, he must have a couple indicators for that.
But
was
also,
awesome.
it could be also on the fly too.
Yeah.
Like the guy's just waiting because the guy's like egging on the dog, so the guy is thinking faster than the dog's being able to move the mouth. So when the dog actually moves it, there's like a slight delay, but you can always just slightly tell.
Yeah.
And it's like it's hilarious.
It's still pretty good. It's still really good.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show that. I thought it would be really funny.
That's pretty funny.
But I'm gonna end my segment And I'm going to end it with we have a lot of new programming. 2 new programs tonight, 2 programs tomorrow, and it's all lectures. So we have the Wilderness Issues Lecture Series, Part 3. We got the Community Lecture Series, Part 3. We have Climate Change Rally against Steve Bullock's denial of climate change. And I thought it was really funny because some random guy in the crowd says, "What a bum!" And it happened in our back lot here at MCAT, and then there's the YW Talks, and I think the ending of the YW Talks clip is like really funny. It's hilarious. Okay.
I can't wait to see it.
Okay, I can't wait for you to see it, Noelle. But you can see it in a couple seconds when I'm done talking. So here it is right now.
We interviewed kind of leaders in that community, but we tried to do a survey of anyone who'd ever jet boated on the main fork of the Salmon. We found a lot of dead people that jet boated on the main fork of the Salmon. Their wives or children would send back their surveys to us, but through a process of identifying people, we wanted to talk to anybody, and it really changed it. We've done that with Steep Creek kayakers. We've done it with other places as well, and it's really a different approach to research and methodology than going out and doing a summer recreation study for the people who are there right now. How about the people that have moved on? Either through developing more skills or because of conflict issues and those things.
We take blood from the same vein you get it taken from, which is the alar vein. It's the vein that runs through your arm coming back up here. And it's very nice working on passerines, on the small perching birds, because you can hold them in your hand. So what we found is that we can get, and we're actually taking very small levels of blood. A cool side note is that back in the 1970s, if anyone wanted to study the hormone levels in a wild animal, they had to shoot it.
Take your milk and go to hell!
Well, Montana Senator Steve Daines is not here to meet us today. He couldn't be with us.
What a bomb.
But we stand together in deep opposition to his denial of human-induced climate change.
Yes.
It's unbelievable to me that then the Judiciary Committee goes and passes these bills despite opposition not only from us, the biggest gun violence prevention group in the country, the Montana Sheriff's Association, the Montana Chiefs of Police, the MEA-MFT, a domestic violence coalition, Human Rights Network. I mean, it was all the big public safety interests were there saying we don't want. And the city of Missoula was there, and the
Restaurants Association,
and the Bank Bar Association.
I mean, it was impressive because we thought it was going to be us.
Yeah.
All right, and there's our brand new program. You can see it all on MCAT tonight and tomorrow night on channel 189. But also the city council is happening tonight, and I expect it to be a long one just as well.
Oh.
I mean, just because water trial is over,
Yeah.
now they can start talking about all this road construction that's happening.
It's
in
construction season.
Construction season, spring in Missoula.
And if you guys didn't notice, it snowed over the weekend. Springtime in the Rockies, it always snows in the spring. We didn't have winter. We didn't have snow in the winter, but we'll get it.
We got to make up for all the lack of precipitation.
Yeah, it was pretty fun though. It was these like big, thick, little.
I think it's called grapple.
Really?
Yeah, that's what.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah, that's what KUCI Mark Haka always calls it. He has like a whole shirt line that says grapple.
Whoa, there was some great grapple over the weekend.
Yeah, and like apparently National Weather Channel people now use it because he coined the term grapple.
That's hilarious, really. I hope he patents that.
I don't know. Well, I'm done talking.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. I like your sweater. It's very.
Isn't it great? Yeah.
What is it? It's like I can't tell where the scarf begins.
It's got a scarf attached.
Wait, there's a scarf built in to that shirt?
Yeah, isn't it great? Here, I'll show everyone.
Here, I'm gonna show camera 3.
Okay, look at my scarf. I just love this thing. I wear it all the time. Okay, so it's got a little button. Then you just button my hair.
What?
And it's got another little button, so it goes across, all trendy. And then here is the scarf attachment, and I just wrap that around like that. And the other one I guess I could do something with it. I don't know. It just hangs down all trendily. I got it at a thrift store. I don't know.
It is ridiculously awesome.
Yeah, isn't it great?
It's like the opposite of whack.
Yeah, it's great.
Not
whack at all.
I'm feeling very, I don't know, like it feels very European.
Yes, yeah. And it looks great with my red coat. I just love it.
All right.
I just love clothes. I can't get enough. Okay.
I'm gonna continue the shot of you doing events with Asaph just like right behind you. It's like you're like talking and Asaph is like.
I was playing a theme in my Big Fat Greek Wedding. I don't know if you recognized it or
I can
not.
imagine like Asaph having like a dirty look on his face while he plays piano.
And then when it's Asaph's segment, I'll just stand here like this.
I'll do it again.
Okay. All right, so it is time for events. This morning we've got family fun time at Mismo Gymnastics starting at 9:30. This is an open gym for ages walking to 12 years, and they have obstacle courses, trampolines, foam pits, lots of fun stuff. It's $5 for members and then $8 for non-members. Preschool playgroup is from 11 to 12 at Better Gymnastics. This is for ages walking to 5. $8 to drop in, $12 for siblings. And they set up different stations and activities around the gym, and then parents and children choose what they want to do. Bridge group is at the Missoula Senior Center starting at 1 p.m. A $1.25 fee is charged to cover expenses, and advanced beginners are welcome. Oh, well, like I said last week, Andy Warhol has a bunch of Polaroids here at the Missoula Art Museum. And starting today at 3 p.m., there's a Warhol discussion, and you can learn about the impact Andy Warhol has had on contemporary art with Missoula Art Museum Registrar Ted Hughes. And so one of his exhibits, it's just a bunch of like Polaroids from people that he used to hang out with. And there's this really great one of Debbie Harry that's there, and I just want to show it to you guys because it's awesome. And Debbie Harry's great. Woo! Yeah, so those are one of the many Polaroids at the Missoula Art Museum for the Warhol exhibit. And then, so up next we've got live recorded shows of the Grateful Dead from 5 to 7 tonight. Is Grateful Dead music from 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, like 40 years, yeah.
I'm down with that.
Down with the get down?
Get down. I've never been to one of those. Is it like projected on a screen, or
I think
do they have
so.
like a big TV, or do they have TVs in there?
I think it's projected on a screen, and they just like play a bunch of music and get a happy hour and stuff. Yeah.
Grateful Dead featured drinks.
Yeah.
It's made with poison. Just a little bit to give you that little kick.
All right. There is Scrabble at the Missoula Public Library from 6 to 8 tonight. Game boards are available, or you can bring your own, or else maybe you can hop in on someone's game. There is an awareness through movement lesson at the Learning Center at Red Willow at 6 p.m. tonight. So this has been known to help ease pain and chronic discomfort, improve posture, balance, and flexibility, prevent injury, and develop more fluid coordination. It also increases energy, reduces stress and fatigue, and improves concentration. They have 2 different times. You can either do each of the sessions, and they're only 3 weeks long. So the first one is Mondays, March. Oh, shoot. Okay, so you can only do the second one. Yeah, I didn't see that. So you can only do the second one. This is April 13th to the 27th, 6 to 7, and it's $30 for 3 weeks.
So it starts today.
Starts today.
And it's every Monday?
Yeah, for the next 3 weeks.
This week, next week, and the week after. So this today and the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know.
Math.
We're not mathematicians.
I am have a PhD in math. Says myself and my imagination.
Yeah, says his mother. My mom tells me I have a PhD in math. It must be true.
I have a MHD, like a mom diploma.
Yeah.
My mom gave me a diploma. I was like, thanks, Mom.
So nice of you.
Thanks, Mom. It's like,
is this accredited, Mom?
Is this accredited? It's like, oh, you Phoenix DeVry. I was like, oh. Okay.
Oh, great. I just bought it from DeVry University.
I don't know. There's 800 colleges. 1-800 colleges.
Oh, yeah.
You just call them. It's like, you got a diploma. It's like, oh, cool.
Great. Woo.
Did I pass the bar? It's like,
you're now a lawyer. I didn't do anything.
America Samoa bar?
Okay, so back to events. Sorry, everyone. Marie Housel, which is an author, she is going to read from her first novel named Tita at Shakespeare and Company tonight, starting at 7 p.m. And so Tita is a 7-year-old girl growing up in the south of France in the 1950s whose life seems to be defined by obstacles. There is Jazz Mondays at Monk's Bar today. It's every Monday from 7 to 9. Basement boys perform, followed by others sitting in with a jazz quartet. University of Montana has a lecture. It's called Audubon Program Treks Way, Way Down Under. Starts at 7:30 tonight in the Gallagher Business Building, room L14 in the lower level. And so they're going to be they're going to highlight the history, scenery, and wildlife of the Falkland Islands, South Georgia Islands, and Antarctic Peninsula. And there will be 2 recipients of last year's Philip L. Wright Student Research Awards. And they're going to present the results of
Isn't
their research.
Audubon like where they dress up all fancy and ride horses?
No, isn't that birds? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Audubon was that. It's just like they have the fancy hats and they chase the fox.
No, that's the fox hunt?
I don't know. I don't know what Audubon is really.
Okay, so...
Find out more tonight at the Gallagher Business Building.
There is a Knock 'em Dead comedy tour at the Press Box tonight. It's starting at 8 p.m. There are these 2 comedians from New York that are making a documentary for Netflix about their 3-month-long comedy tour. One of them is New York City-based comedian Andrew Ouellette. And then last year he earned a world record for covering all 50 states in only 48 days. And then accompanying him is award-winning filmmaker Jake Daniels, who's recovering from a 2-year battle with cancer to make his triumphant return to stand-up and cinema.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Right? Sounds pretty sweet. So they will be at the Press Box tonight at 8 p.m. I didn't see ticket prices, but call 721-1212, and that's the Press Box, and I'm sure they'll give you more information.
Are they doing stand-up?
Yeah. So they're doing stand-up.
Wow, the Press Box?
Andrew is doing stand-up, and then... Jake is filming it, and it's going to be on Netflix.
What? It says 2 comedians, so
yeah.
Is he a comedian too?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and they started on April 1st in California.
Yep.
And now they're coming through Missoula, and they're making their way back to New York.
This next event doesn't seem like, well, when I read it, it's just like, huh?
So, this next event, there's adult skate.
It's not what you think.
Adults only. They're partying hard. So, at Glacier Ice Rink, at 8:30 tonight is adult skate. So, figure skating for adults 18 years of age and older costs $5. It includes skate rentals. So, if you want to get rid of your kid, go skating. Okay, but we have Asaph's segment before anything else with events. So, Asaph,
all right,
it's
first
all
of all,
you.
I'm gonna do a contrast. I'm gonna talk about 2 musicians. We're gonna start with Maurice Andre from France, and he's known as perhaps the greatest classical musician that ever lived. Here's what's called a cadenza at the end of the Haydn trumpet concerto, which is just something that you play all by yourself. You just make it up sometimes, or you just have it planned. Show the clip first, and I'll tell you more about him.
So what can you say about him, Asaph?
Well, what's interesting about him, as a little boy, he studied trumpet with his father's friend. And so then the friend decided they should take the boy to the conservatory, right? He gets to the conservatory and his professor tells him he's squandering his talent, not practicing, not, doing what he should be doing, because the professor knew they potentially had. So the professor says, don't come and see me anymore till you start practicing. So what Andre does is he goes home. A couple weeks later, he comes back and he plays what's called a characteristic study, which is on the back of a book called Armin. They're not songs, they're just these exercises designed to see how strong your lips can be. And he's the only trumpeter to ever play all 14 of those exercises in one setting.
Wow.
That's how skilled this guy really was. And of course, he goes on to become the greatest. He won the Geneva International Music Competition in 55. He won the ARD International Music Competition in Munich in 63. Won the honorary member of the Delta chapter. The Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia in New York in 1970. Rose to prominence in the 60s and 70s with a large group of recordings from Baroque and piccolo trumpets, and just the rest is history.
Cool.
He had 3 children, and we lost him probably about a year or 2 ago, but he was a very fantastic classical trumpet player.
Yeah, that's really neat.
And now we're going to talk about Pete Fountain, the complete opposite. Go ahead and play the clip first. So you can see the contrast between classical music and jazz. This is called New Orleans jazz or Dixieland jazz because there's so many different styles of jazz. And Pete Fountain spent most of his life in the New Orleans area playing, the Dixieland style in clubs. Now what's interesting about him, according to history, he was a very sickly child with respiratory issues, and so after normal traditional cures was not working, they decided to do an unorthodox treatment, have him play a wind instrument, one that he can blow in through, so he chose the clarinet, and he started getting better, and of course, the rest is history. In the 1960s, he's played with people like Al Hirt, and he had his own club in New Orleans. He played on the Lawrence Welk Show. They wound up having a Pete Fountain Day after him after years of playing the clarinet in the New Orleans area. He appeared on The Tonight Show 56 times.
Wow.
Cool.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
And finally, his rival, Al Hirt, they both had clubs not too far from each other, and they would take turns playing in their own clubs and playing together and stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and then finally in 2006, after a heart surgery, he retired in 2010, and this is a man who spent his life playing the clarinet and bringing joy, including playing for the Pope.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I couldn't find the clip of that, but that would have been cool because when the Pope was in the New Orleans area, of course, he was chosen to play.
That's awesome.
So that's the history of Maurice Andre and Pete Fountain.
Cool.
Wow.
Cool. Thanks, Asaph.
Sure.
Very interesting.
So when we come back, we'll be telling you the rest of Tuesday's events, but stay tuned. Here's a PSA featuring Matthew 9.
There. Say, we're at an MCAT camp right now, and over the past summer, we've had many of them, so many that I can't keep track. And during these camps, we've had groups making movies all day long. It's a really great thing. And you can sign your child up today. The thing is, MCAT camps are amazing and fun, and everyone loves them. So, if you're thinking of camps to put your child in this summer to get them away from you, choose MCAT. Because we know what we're doing, I think. And everything is just spectacular. Here I am, cat. Here I am, cat. Everything is cool. Here I am, cat. Here I am, cat. Everything is cool with a K.
And we're back, and I've got some more events for you guys. Tuesday events. So, tomorrow morning, starting at 10:30 a.m., is Tiny Tales at the Missoula Public Library. This is for ages birth through 3 years. They must be accompanied by an adult lab, but of course, I don't know why you'd abandon your child. Okay, so participants, well, I just think it's weird that they put that.
They just have to.
Here,
for legal,
sing to my kid.
For legal reasons. And they have like a sign-in sheet. It's just like, we're not obligated, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
How have you been?
No. I don't have a 3-year-old.
Maybe you do.
Oh, I could probably bring my niece. My little niece.
So participants will sing songs, learn finger plays and nursery rhymes, and hear stories. It's usually located in the large meeting room, and signs will be posted if it's held elsewhere.
Finger plays.
There is Tea Talks at the Children's Museum of Missoula from 10:30 to 12 tomorrow. And this is just where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy a cup of coffee or tea and have a 30-minute chat with one of the parental guidances counselors at the parent education director. That sounds a little better. Yeah, about any parenting triumphs or struggles that you may be experiencing. So call 541-7529 to book your 30-minute time slot. Ooh, so the Missoula Downtown Association has a membership luncheon tomorrow from 11:30 to 1. This is located at the Loft in Missoula on 119 West Main Avenue. They're going to feature the Sustainable Business Council, so they're going to have an afternoon of networking, food, and learn about SBC's Moving Missoula Towards Zero Waste campaign. Yeah. Children's Museum, it has signing for preschoolers. It's from 11:30 to 12 tomorrow. It's a 4-week series that invites parents and their preschooler to learn basic sign language skills. The series includes pre-registration and costs about $37.50 for parent-child pair for museum members, and then $50 for non-members. So non-member fee includes all-day admission to the museum on class days. You can visit the childrensmuseum.org, childrensmuseummissoula.org to register. Tail Activities, that is also at the Children's Museum of Missoula from 12:30 to 1 tomorrow. They have a really comfy quilt and pillows. You can listen to a book. Nice. That sounds fun. Oh, and then they have a fun craft at the end. Yeah. Oh, it is National Library Week, and there's innovative outreach tomorrow at 4 p.m. They're going to present their Technovative Challenge, and the team pitches this new app for Missoula at 4 p.m. in the large meeting room tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. Their Draftworks Brewing Company has Total Fest Cheers for Charity. The punk rock, I don't know, I sound so. The punk rock, like festival that happens at the end of the summer. They're doing a Cheers for Charity at Draftworks. So 50 cents for every pint sold between 5 and 8 is going to go towards that. Top Hat Lounge has a picking circle from 6 to 8 every Tuesday. It is in the raised seating booth in front of the sound equipment. System Check is Missoula Public Library's official gamers club for ages 19 and under. They have board games, they have video games, they have lots of other things. Card games, dice game, yeah. And there's a cooking class at the Good Food Store, Flavors of the World, Springtime in Paris. Plong's Derek Wicksack will introduce his new venture, Patty and the Pig, at the Missoula Farmers Market this spring. But tomorrow night, he is going to demonstrate a menu that is like a Paris bistro. It's Paris Street Bistro. So they're going to make brandy chicken liver mousse. Oh, great. Asparagus and egg salad with dill and lemon vinaigrette. Cold roasted chicken with olive tapenade, spring onion and potato galette, and strawberry tart. Yeah. Trailhead is hosting the Rocky Mountaineers meeting at 7 p.m. They are going to be presenting mountain bike exploration in the Little Belt Mountains. These 3 girls, Julie, Kate, and Lori, have been mountain biking tour together for the past 6 years, and they went on a 5-day bike tour through the Little Belt Mountains just outside of Great Falls. So they're going to be presenting their latest tour of the Little Belt. They're going to have a how-to nature journal along the way with watercolors.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even do like a 3-hour bike tour.
Yeah. 5-day, I know,
Ugh.
in the Little Belt Mountains.
Oh, I know, not Noelle, but Josh Benny.
Josh Menny went to Marilyn Manson. You see
know.
that?
He posted pictures. Like, he seems like one of those people who's just like only cuts loose once a year or something.
Yeah.
It's like, and then he just like it gets
Only when
really
it's
bad.
Marilyn Manson.
Well, he did go to Minneapolis not too long ago. I've been like Facebook stalking him. So if you guys don't remember Josh Benny, he was also host on our morning show, Wake Up Missoula.
But he left in October.
And you can like him on Facebook, Josh Minnie, at Josh Minnie on Facebook. It's basically, use the phonetic alphabet, you can find him, and you should be friends with him. Give him a hug.
You should definitely be friends with him.
Yes, and give him a kiss.
Yeah. Maybe you can email it to him, I don't know. Okay, so my last event for tomorrow is the second Tuesday Missoula Public Library book group. They are going to be discussing Cry, the Beloved Country by Alan Patton, 7 p.m. At the library.
And that's happening tomorrow night?
Oh, yeah. Yep. 7 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, so as always, you can check out MissoulaEvents.net. You can check out the Independent. You can check out the newspaper. And the university website always has all their events, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can see our website, wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. You can also like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And do not forget about MCAT, the channel that we broadcast from right now, live. You can like us on Twitter, Facebook, and go to MCAT.org. And if you're interested in being on our show and talking about your upcoming event, nonprofit, organization, whether it's a concert, lecture, or a rally, good cause, MCAT shoots it all for you. You can contact us at MCAT@MCAT.org, MCAT@MCAT.org. That's where our general inbox is. You can also email us via our website, MCAT.org. You can call us at 542-6228, otherwise known as 542. 542.
So you don't let me do any social media all show, and then you say,
I'm throwing you a bone.
oh, thanks, Scott.
Or a catnip ball, because we're MCAT. You can 542-MCAT, 542-6228. And for MCAT, I'm Scott Ramp.
And I'm Noelle McAvoy. See you Wednesday, guys.